What's happening, world? Be Marsh Boxing, and we back at it with another one, doing these boxing videos, fights we didn't get to see. Long time I ain't done one of these, you know what I mean? Check out my playlist, fights we didn't get to see right here on my YouTube channel, Be Marsh Boxing. So what we doing today? It's been a while since I done one of these, but I got a little time tonight, you know what I mean? It's getting a little cold out here, wintertime, December. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got time to be outside, man, ripping and running like I usually do. Not at night, at least, you know what I mean? It's a little too chilly out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So what we doing today? Fights we didn't get to see. We gonna take you back to 1983. Absolutely, 1983. Who do we have here? We got none other than Schoolboy, Bobby Chacon from the Los Angeles area. You know what I mean? Mexican American fighter, very popular, crowd friendly fighter, very popular in his day and age, in his day and time. You know what I mean? 70s, 80s guy. And then we have none other than Hector Macho Camacho. Born in Puerto Rico, raised in Spanish Harlem. You know what I mean? Great fighter, very beautiful fighter to watch. I'm saying, and was a great fighter, man. One of the biggest superstars of the '80s, absolutely. You know what I mean? So Hector Camacho is an up-and-coming fighter. Bobby Chacon is a proven fighter. He's already been a world champion. And actually, at this particular time, there's fights we didn't get to see should be for the WBC title held by Bobby Chacon. You know what I mean? Bobby Chacon's a two-weight champion. He's a featherweight WBC champion. And now he's a WBC 130-pound champion, Fought a plethora of fighters. Matter of fact, he beat... who he beat for the WBC 130? He fought his arch nemesis, Bazooka Limon, Rafael Bazooka Limon, you know what I mean? Very good fight out of Mexico. As a matter of fact, the man had more than one rivalry. He had Bazooka Limon, who he fought, I believe, 4 times. He fought him 4 times. He had his rivalry with, his first rivalry was actually with the great Mexican fighter, one of the greatest bantamweights ever, Ruben Olivares, you know what I mean? And then he had another rivalry with the Ugandan fighter from the 80s, Cornelius Boza Edwards. You check it. So, with that being said, this is a fight we didn't get to see, you know what I mean? The young up-and-coming fighter versus proven fighter, who's basically a little past his prime, but still a good fighter. Matter of fact, these two guys are Hall of Famers. Bobby Chacon, I believe, was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2005, class of 2005, and the man Hector Macho Camacho got inducted into the Hall of Fame class of 2016. You know what I mean? 2016. So these two guys are great fighters, Hall of Famers. As a matter of fact, the man Bobby Chacon was such a friendly, crowd-friendly TV fighter. He reminded me of what's that guy's name? Arturo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Reminds me of Arturo Gotti. As a matter of fact, I did this months ago on my community page here on YouTube. I have a poll for who would win a fight at 130 pounds. Mythical matchup thing between Bobby Chacon, Schoolboy Bobby Chacon versus Arturo Gotti. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd have been a great fight. That'd be one of the greatest fights of all time. Believe you me. So let's get into it. Fights we didn't get to see. This is a series where I talk about fights that coulda, shoulda happened, And I'm not talking about mythical matchup thing, like who would win a fight between Joe Louis versus Tyson Fury, or who would win a fight between Ray Leonard versus Errol Spence, or who would win a fight between Chocolatito versus Ricardo Lopez. Nah. This is mythical. This ain't no mythical matchups. These are fights of fighters in and around the same era who were supposed to fight, but for some reason or another, the fight didn't get to happen. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. So like I said, the man Bobby Chacon had beat his arch nemesis. What's his name? Rafael, what's his name? Bazooka Limon. You know what I mean? Like I said, they fought 4 times, So that's who he beat for a world title, for the WBC 130-pound title. As a matter of fact, these fighters from the 80s were doing a little round-robin thing. You check it like they all fought each other. You know what I mean? They all fought each other, whether it was Bobby Chacon, Rafael Limon, Cornelius Boza Edwards, uh, um, Hector Macho Camacho, and the Filipino Rolando Navarrete. As a matter of fact, that's who Rafael Bazooka Limon had beat, if I'm not mistaken, to win the WBC 130-pound title that he got beat for by the man that he lost to the man Bobby Chacon in a great fight. 1982 Fight of the Year. Bobby Chacon was dropped, I believe, in round 3 and in the later rounds, round 9 or 10, and then he ended up knocking the man Rafael Bazooka Limon on the canvas in round 15. Those were days of 15 rounders, you know. Now, that's how the man Bobby Chacon became a world champion. You know what I mean? 1982. So his mandatory is Cornelius Boza Edwards. This is a guy he had already fought before. You know what I'm saying? And he had Cornelius Boza Edwards retired him on his stool. You know what I mean? You check it. So his mandatory is Cornelius Boza Edwards. All right. As a matter of fact, I think Boza Edwards was the one who beat Rolando Navarrete. You check it for the WBC strap. You know what I mean? But anyways, so Rafael Limon, Cornelius Boza Edwards is the mandatory for Bobby Chacon. But there's a new up and coming fighter. What's his name? Hector Camacho. And Hector Camacho is promoted by the man Don King, you know what I mean? And Don King had a kind of had a relationship with what's his name? What's their name? With the WBC guy, Jose Suleiman, you know what I mean? They had a little kind of mafia relationship going on over there, you know? So Hector Camacho is the new up-and-coming fighter. Now, the WBC is forcing Bobby Chacon to fight the man, Hector Macho Camacho, and Hector Macho Camacho is not his mandatory, you know what I mean? Cornelius Boza Edwards is. The man Bobby Chacon don't want no parts of the man Hector Camacho. He says, forget about it. I'm not fighting that guy, you know what I mean? I'm not fighting that man. He ain't my mandatory. I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You check it. So the man, Bobby Chacon, decides, fuck that. He gets stripped for not fighting Hector Macho Camacho, who's not even his mandatory, all right? Cornelius Boza Edwards is. So guess what? The WBC now have the title vacant, and they make the man Hector Macho Camacho fight the man, what's his name? Rafael Limon, Bazooka Limon in Puerto Rico for the vacant WBC 130-pound title. You know what I mean? Now, that was a raucous crowd over there in Puerto Rico, in San Juan, Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? It was a crazy crowd going on over there, man. You know, they was cheering for the man, Hector Macho Camacho, and he just displayed a thorough bulldozing, demolished the man Bazooka Limon, you know what I mean? Gave him a thorough beating. You check it, and that's how the man Hector Macho Camacho became a world champion. And get this, Cornelius Boza Edwards and Bazooka Limon, Boza Edwards and Bobby Chacon still ended up fighting each other next. No title on the line. This time, this fight wasn't even a 15-rounder. It was a 12-rounder, you know what I mean? So they ended up fighting even though the man had been stripped for his world title, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's exactly what happened with this situation, you know what I'm saying? That's why the fight didn't happen. The WBC forced Bobby Chacon to fight this young up-and-coming fighter. And he didn't want to know parts of him. He didn't have to fight him. You know what I'm saying? His mandatory was Cornelius Boza Edwards. That's who he would have fought again, trying to avenge his first loss. And they had great fights between Bobby Chacon and Boza Edwards. You know what I mean? I remember one fight, Boza Edwards was beating the shit out this guy, cut him up and all that. Then the man Bobby Chacon came back and won the fight, man. Dropped him, put him on the canvas. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, Bobby Chacon, man, didn't fight the man, Hector Macho Camacho. Would you call it a duck? You could call it a duck. But at the end of the day, he wasn't trying to play the politics of Don King and Jose Suleiman, you know what I mean? With their mafia tactics, extortionists, you know what I mean? They were trying to get Hector Macho Camacho an opportunity for the world title, you know? But it would have made it for a great fight. And let's talk about it. Let's do a little breakdown now, breakdown and prediction. Hector Macho Camacho was a younger fighter for sure, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The man Hector Camacho, I believe, turned pro in 1980. Became a world champion in 83. You check it. The man Schoolboy, Bobby Chacon, he'd been fighting since like, the 70s. You know what I'm saying? He became a pro in 1972. So he got an age advantage. The age advantage goes to the man, excuse me, to the man, what's his name? Hector Macho Camacho. You check it, but so at that juncture when they would fight each other, I mean, in 1983, the man would have Hector Camacho would have a big age advantage, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Bobby Chacon knew, and anybody who knows boxing, you know what I'm saying, they know that that's what was the case would be, you know what I mean? And Bobby Chacon did the right thing as far as himself, because he would have got annihilated like the man, but what's his name, in my opinion? Rafael Limon, you know what I'm saying? You check it. Now, Hector Camacho, he's about, how tall is he? He's about 5'6.5", 69-inch reach. I don't know how many inches reach that the man Bobby Chacon has, but I know he's about 5'5.5". So he's an inch shorter than the man, um, what's my guy's name? Hector Macho Camacho, you know what I mean? So Hector Camacho, I believe, would be just too fast. Look at the hand speed. That's the fight in Puerto Rico right there against Rafael Bazooka Limon. You know what I mean? There goes right there in Puerto Rico. Look at that, man. You check it. I think that the man Rafael Limon, I'm sorry, Hector Camacho, his hand speed, the movement, him being a southpaw, that's when I told you, put him under the canvas in round 5. That's when he stopped him. I believe he'd just be too much for the man, you know what I mean? He just used a lot of lateral movement, would box. Not that running shit he ended up doing after, his fight with Edmund Rosario at Madison Square Garden. Nah, he'd stay in the pocket, give you some nice looks, and he's just hard to hit, you know what I mean? Very good defensive fighter, very good reflexes, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Chacon would be the come forward fighter, you know what I'm saying? He'd be trying to go to the body, hopefully trying to slow the man's movement down, but I think the hand speed would just be too much, you know what I mean? For any time the man Bobby Chacon would open up, he'd probably get pieced up by a four-punch combination. And I believe this fight, man, wouldn't even go the distance. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I think Bobby Chacon would get stopped probably in 7 rounds. I think seventh round stoppage, and it wouldn't more than likely be knockdowns, but I think severe cuts. Between 7 and 9 rounds, I think there'll be severe cuts on the man Bazooka, Bobby Chacon's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Probably leaking out the nose. I just think the hand speed, and at that particular time, like I said, man, Hector Camacho was on his own level. There weren't too many fighters like him. In between superstars of Ray Leonard and Mike Tyson, right there in the middle lay the man Hector Macho Camacho. It's Macho time, you know what I mean? I think Hector Camacho, he would just be too much for this guy, you know what I mean? The hand speed and the foot speed, circling, boxing going backwards. And, the guy had the type of power that could lay opponents out, getting knockouts, you know what I mean? Committing to the punches. So I think Hector Camacho wins this between the 7th and the 9th round via stoppage. You know what I mean? 1983 fights we didn't get to see for Bobby Chacon's WBC world title. What coulda, shoulda happened. Unfortunately, this is the fight right here in MSG versus El Chapo, Edwin Rosario. There it goes. Edwin Rosario was a mean puncher, mean puncher with a mean left hook and a mean puncher with a vicious straight left hand. I'm sorry, straight right hand, lead right hand at that. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't think he had the greatest jaw, but he was a vicious fighter in the Hall of Fame as well. Rest in peace to these Puerto Rican fighters, El Chapo Rosario and the man Hector Camacho Camacho. And rest in peace as well to Schoolboy Bobby Chacon. He had a tumultuous life, lost a lot of his millions, you know what I mean, became homeless, was on Skid Row, alcoholic, his first wife blew her brains out, committed suicide. It was crazy. He's had a hard life, and you could see why he became an alcoholic. I don't know if he was on drugs. That I don't know. I'm not going to go that far, but alcohol for sure, you know what I mean? There goes Camacho versus Greg Haugen, the first man to beat the man Hector Camacho. So yeah, be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about this fight. And let me know in the comment section who you think would win. Hector Macho Camacho, or what's his name? Schoolboy Bobby Chacon, you know what I mean? I think it would have been made for a great fight, you know what I mean? But Bobby Chacon, he knew better. You know what I'm saying? He knew better than to get in the ring with this guy, you know what I'm saying? Because, shit, that's what you don't want to do. Going in the ring with that. At that time, that guy wasn't even in his prime. Hector Camacho. He wasn't in his prime. He was a young prodigy. You know what I mean? A young prodigy who, whew, man, Bobby Chacon, lucky he escaped that bullet. Be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone. Peace. Matter of fact, let me know in the comment section before I go. Who do you think will win this fight? Bobby Chacon in 1983 or the man Macho Camacho? Peace.